Welcome back to AM Northwest. A new advisory from the Surgeon General warns of a growing mental health crisis among parents. Here to share some coping strategies, we welcome back the author of Staying Connected with Your Teen, family therapist Yshai Boussi. Good to see you again, doctor. So let's talk about this. Parents are experiencing mental health crises.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Parenting now more than ever is extremely stressful. We have the data to prove it.
Right.
48% of parents are reporting feeling a lot of stress the majority of the time. One longitudinal study happened a long time ago showed that moms, 50% of mothers are reporting a decline in mental health when their firstborn enters adolescence. 33% of fathers are reporting that.
Wow.
We're
Okay.
really, I'm glad we're talking about this.
Yeah, me too. Let's talk about, you say, which is interesting, to let go of the guilt for screen issues with your child, because we're told all the time
Oh my gosh.
to keep your kid away from the screens.
Right, it's such a, and I'm a parent too. I have a 15-year-old daughter, a 12-year-old son. Like, we're in this too, dealing with it.
Right.
Screen time, how much? They're addicted, are they not addicted? My kid's on their phone too much, my kid's on there, what do I do? And we can put a lot of pressure on ourselves and feel like we're failing because our kid's on their screens too much.
Right.
So what I say to parents all the time, and what I want to say is that, yes, boundaries are important, limits are important, we got to protect sleep, do the best we can. But sometimes, some of us, we're just in circumstances where, you know what, our kids are just going to need to be on screens.
Right.
So we can take a nap or do some self-care and not feel guilty about it. It's unlikely that your screen is rotting your teen's or your child's brain.
Yeah.
So, like, cut yourself some slack. You're doing the best you can, and if your kid's on screens a little more than you would like, give yourself a break. And don't succumb to the online stuff that says your kids should not be on screens at all and
Right.
you're a bad parent.
I would think anytime parents are in the car with their kids and the kids go on the screen, great.
I think sometimes, I mean,
Yeah.
everyone's different, and I
Sure,
think you just got to
sure.
figure out your thing. And if that's what you need to do for now, or that's okay.
Yeah. Focus on quality over quantity of time, because parents are so busy and kids are so busy.
Yeah, right. And you know, thinking about what do kids need? Kids need us to be present.
Right.
They don't need us to be with them 24/7. So if you have the choice between an 8-hour day where you're hovering around your kid and you're correcting them and your energy is anxious and it's pressured and you're frustrated, you're getting into, that's not a good experience for you.
Right.
Or for your child. I think it's better for a kid to have 20 minutes of your time where you're listening, where you're curious and asking questions, and you're playful and experiencing joy together. I think that's so important. Find ways to enjoy your child, no strings attached, no corrective comments, no concerns about their well-being. Just enjoy your child. Quality is more important than quantity of time.
Okay. You say don't let your child's behavior be the judge of your parenting.
Gosh, please don't let my child's behavior be the judge
Why
of
do
my
you
parenting.
say that?
My kids are fantastic. They're amazing. But you might see me at the
No, but
grocery store,
why did
Helen,
you say
and we're
that?
having a tough moment.
Okay.
Where my teen is being rude in that particular moment towards
Yeah.
me. And maybe I'm ignoring it in that moment. And you might see that and be like, God, whoa, that's Yshai?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's just gonna let his child talk to him that way or something like that?
Right.
We have our own dynamic. And I don't really want to be judged. That's not very helpful or accurate.
Right.
So I'm not going to judge other parents when I see things that maybe I would handle that differently. Or some kids are struggling with school, or they're struggling with drugs or alcohol, or they're having a huge meltdown over something and the parent gives them a device, and you're like, there's a culture where we do so much judging of others and judging
Sure.
of ourselves. And so
Don't you think when
focus
people
on that.
judge others about something like that, it really is because they're feeling bad about themselves? It seems like.
I think so.
Or they're worried about things they do.
We do. That is why we judge in general. Is
Right.
deep down we feel not good enough, and so when we put people down, we kind of lift ourselves up because actually it's projecting and we're feeling insecure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You say to get support and community from other parents.
Yeah, I have a whole chapter in my book on this. Other adult relationships. We are wired as we have evolved as parents to parent together in community.
Yeah.
And we are more and more isolated. This is a big part of the mental health issue that parents are struggling with, is now more than ever this idea that we have to do everything. We have to help them be educated and be their coach and be their teacher and be their parent and be their therapist and make sure they have everything going on. And all by ourselves in this bubble, and it's too much. So enlist other adults for your child, adults that they might naturally trust, somebody they might naturally like. Reach out to them, say, hey, my kid really likes you. Would you be willing to maybe check in with them occasionally or spend extra time? A lot of people will be happy to do that, and they didn't know that they actually mattered. This gives you all a break also. It's also nice for us as parents when there's someone else so we can have a break. We also need community. We need, whether it's a therapist, whether it's friends, and outlets so that we can have support so we don't feel so alone. Because parents in our little bubbles, we're all feeling similar things. I talk to parents all day, and they don't know each other, but they're like, I'm hearing this from you, I'm hearing the same thing from over here. Stress, worry, concern. Am I the only one? Am I failing?
I feel like the example of it takes a village. Use that village.
It's so true.
All right, develop, expand, and nurture your own life and interests.
Yeah, this is particularly true as our kids get older. They don't need us as much. They have their own interests. They have friends. They have their own thing. And so when we don't have our own thing as well, whether it's work or whether it's hobbies, whether it's interests, then we can feel kind of lonely, and then sometimes we might try to get those needs met by our child. And that's really not good for us or for them. So it's hard. Some parents have really high needs kids that take a lot of energy and a lot of time, and I really empathize with that. It's not so easy to just go off and go, to take care of yourself but we have to figure out how to do it. Parents need to find ways to have a life of their own where it builds their self-esteem, sense of competence, and joy.
All really good points. Doctor, thank you very much. Great job.
Helen.
Appreciate it. The book again is Staying Connected with Your Teen, Yshai Boussi. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.